Hi, my name is John Henselmar and I used to make videos about the Disney College Program. If you're one of my older subscribers, you know that I did the Walt Disney World College Program about 4 years ago. I stopped making videos about the college program and started making videos about really just whatever I wanted to make. But I keep getting questions about the Disney College Program all the time, and I figured I would answer them all in just one video and try to get them out there. So I went through all of my questions and picked the top 10 frequently asked questions about the Disney College Program, and I figured I'd make this little video for you now. If you're one of my newer subscribers, I don't really talk about the Disney College Program much anymore. I do talk about Disney frequently, but that's just because I live here in Florida and I occasionally do work for Disney. So it pops up every once in a while. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to do the top 10 questions that I normally get asked, but if you have a question that I did not answer in this video, go ahead and ask them in the comments, or you can just message me on Twitter, or you can email me, or if you'd like, I broke down and finally made a Facebook page. So I'll put a link for my Facebook page in the description. Go ahead and check that out. Anyways, question number 1, what is the Disney College Program? The Disney College Program is a sort of internship that Disney offers to college students where they can come down here to Florida or out to California and either work here at Walt Disney World or in Disneyland. It is a paid internship where you go and you work in the parks. You work just about the same type of jobs that any full-time or part-time cast member would work, except you will be provided with housing that you have to pay for weekly. You get transportation and a bunch of other benefits to doing the college program. Some colleges will allow you to do the Disney College Program for credit. There are classes that you can take down here. I never took any of those classes, so I really can't speak on that, but I do know that they offer classes in certain types of areas that Disney focuses on, like marketing or entertainment or other stuff like that. But if you want to know more about what the Disney College Program is, I'll put a link for their website in the description, and there it will give you any answer you absolutely need. Question number 2, when should I apply? I know a lot of people apply almost right out of high school or after their first semester at college, but I really don't recommend that. I recommend at least spending a year in college, get your freshman year out of the way, and get all that stuff done that you do in your freshman year, that everybody does. Get that done, and then apply to do the college program, and maybe do it your first or second semester of your sophomore year. But what I would really recommend is what I did, which is I just waited until I was 21. It's not necessarily for the drinking aspect, it just, if you're not 21 and you do the college program, you're very limited to the amount of stuff that you can partake here in Florida. And if you want to get the most out of your experience on the college program, being 21 is highly advantageous to you. So I recommend waiting until you're 21. I waited till my second semester, my junior year of college, and then did the college program, and it was a great idea in my opinion. Question number 3, should I bring my car? If you are able to drive your car down to Florida, then I highly recommend bringing a car. Disney does provide bus transportation, but I never really had a great experience with it, so I recommend bringing a car, and not just for transportation to and from work, just because you can get around easier. You don't have to wait for a bus to go out to Walmart or anything. You could go to Target, you could go to the grocery store, you could drive your car out to the beach one day, you could drive your car to Universal so you can go play, you can go to a water park, you can drive around Disney, you can go explore, you can drive around Orlando, which is a big city that you can go explore in. It is a lot bigger than just the Disney World area. Number 4, should I do the spring or the fall program? Now, I did the spring program, I did the spring 2009 college program, but I recommend people doing the fall program. After my college program, I wound up working as a full-time cast member for about 2 years, and I have to say, working in the fall is the best time to work there. I like working in the fall best because it's not very busy, the guests are a lot nicer, things are a lot less crowded, it's just a general great atmosphere. And also the Christmas parties and the Halloween parties are all happening during that time. You have special fireworks, special parades, and there's just a lot more opportunities to do stuff. But most importantly, the Epcot Food and Wine Festival goes on during October and part of November. And if you're over 21, the Food and Wine Festival is the best thing ever. Ever. It is a lot of money, but it is great. So do that. Yeah. Question number 5, is it hard to make friends? It is not hard to make friends at all. In fact, it is the opposite of hard. It is very easy to make friends. You live in very close quarters with a lot of people. You're going to run into people almost constantly. You work with people hours upon hours a day, the same people over and over again. You wind up getting very close with a lot of people. Question number 6, will I have to work all the time? Yeah, you're gonna have to work all the time. Remember, this is technically an internship. You are signing up to work for Disney. This is a job. You're going to have to go to work, and you're a CP, so you're not going to get great hours. In fact, you're going to get the worst hours. that they offer. You're gonna be working sometimes really late at night, sometimes you're gonna work super early in the morning, sometimes you might have 8 hours between your shifts, some days you might work 17 hours in one day. Or if you do what I did during spring break, you wind up working 72 hours. 2 weeks in a row of 72 hours. I think a lot of people, when they apply for the Disney College Program, they expect this to be some extended vacation. It is not an extended vacation. Yes, you get to do a lot of fun things, and you have a lot of fun opportunities, and you get to play around a lot, but you're gonna work most of the time. But don't think of that as a bad thing. I met most of my friends at work, and that's probably the reason I stayed here, honestly, is because of the people who I worked with. Question number 7, is it possible to extend my program out? So about halfway through your program, you're gonna get a notification to apply to extend your college program. You are able to extend your college program up to a year. So if you started in January, you can extend all the way to January. So you will have worked as a CP for a full year. Now, at the end of your college program, you will be separated from the company because you cannot extend your program longer than a year, but you can go seasonal after your college program, or you can apply to go full-time or part-time at the end of your internship, so it's really up to you if you want to continue on after your college program forever. Question number 8, what is all this stuff that I hear about points and reprimands and stuff? Alright, so Disney is very, very, very different than most jobs. Now, I had a ton of other jobs before I came down here and worked for Disney. I worked, at a movie theater, I worked at Best Buy, I worked at the Apple Store, I worked at a number of places, and at these places, if you wanted to call into work, you called up, and they usually said, okay, can you call and find a replacement for the day? And then you had to spend your entire sick day finding somebody to cover your shift, which was awful. Or if you had to call in 2 days in a row or several days in a row, they might even just say, okay, we replaced you, bye-bye now. So how it works for Disney is if you call in, you get 1 point. If you're late to your shift, you get half a point. Now, if you wind up getting 3 points within 30 days, you get 1 reprimand. If you get 4 reprimands, then you get fired. So let's do the math here real quick. If you want to do the Disney College Program but want to get fired within 1 month, you have to call in 12 times before you'll get fired. Within a month, that's like that is ridiculously lenient. That is dangerously lenient, and I cannot believe that Disney actually allows that. Now, it gets very dangerous because it is very easy to take advantage of, but keep in mind, if you call in all the time, that might affect your chances of continuing with the company after your Disney College Program. So you don't want to call in all the time. If you need to call in because you're very sick, go ahead and call in, but like, try to avoid calling in to go off to the beach for a day, to have a fun play day. I've done it, I'm guilty of doing it, but just try to keep it to like once, ever. And just save it for something really special, or save it for when you're really, really, really sick. Question number 9, which apartment complex should I live in? See, to me, this question really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter where you live. It's really just where you keep your stuff, and it's where you sleep at night. You really shouldn't live in your apartment on your college program. You should be out and going and enjoying all the stuff that there is to do in Orlando. Go to the Disney parks, go hang out downtown Disney, go to downtown Orlando, go to Universal, drive out to the beach, hang out with your friends, do stuff. Don't sit in your apartment all day. I know a lot of CPs who do this, and they were miserable. Don't do that to yourself. Go out and have fun. You're in Florida. Enjoy it. Now, if you really want to get into it, I lived at Vista Way, and I thought it was pretty great, actually. I really enjoyed Vista Way. And I know Vista Way gets a bad rap, but really, I don't understand why. A lot of people go around and they're like, oh, Vista Way, it's so dirty. Ugh, Vista Way is just so old. And I personally don't really get that attitude because I lived in some really old, dirty apartments. Compared to those apartments that I used to live in, Vista Way looks like a resort. It is beautiful compared. And I really enjoyed Vista Way. I really liked the atmosphere. It was very welcoming. It was very social. You could just walk around and meet people. People weren't locked up in their rooms. Now, I did spend a few times in some of the other housing complexes, specifically Chatham. I spent a lot of time at Chatham, and I really enjoy Chatham. I think it's great. It's not as, socially active as Vista Way was, but it's still a lot of fun. I've been there a few times. The environment is very clean, it's newish, there's a bus stop right there, it's very nice, it's very convenient, and it is a quiet, level-headed community, and it's very nice. So if you're looking for something a little more quiet than Vista Way, then Chatham is a great place to go. Now, when it comes to Patterson, I don't really have much experience there. I went there once ever, and let me tell you, that place is like the Stepford Wives. It is empty. No one is there. I drove in there, and if it wasn't for all the cars parked around me, I did not believe anybody actually lived there. It was silent. But don't get me wrong, Patterson is a beautiful apartment complex. The apartments are huge, they're very nice, the amenities there are great. So if you're looking for an apartment complex like that, I suggest going for Patterson. Now, if we break it down as far as prices go, Vista Way is the cheapest place to live. Next is Chatham, and then after that is Patterson. Patterson is the most expensive place to live because it is arguably the nicest place to live. But if I had to go back in time to 2009 and choose where I wanted to live on my college program again, I would probably pick Vista Way again. I know it's not a popular opinion, but I think Vista Way is not too bad. And finally, question 10. Is it worth it? I know people sometimes have mixed opinions on the college program. They come down here and it's not always what they expect. Now, when I came down here and did the college program, it was not what I expected to be at all, honestly, but that wasn't a negative thing. That was a great thing. I was very happy with my experience and I had such a great time. I came down and did the Disney college program just because I had a passion for Disney and I really wanted to continue working with Disney, and luckily that worked out great for me, and now I am a freelance artist who works with Disney and I could not be happier about it. And if I hadn't done the Disney college program, I would not be here right now at all. If I did not do the college program, I would not have these videos. If I didn't do the college program, I would probably be back in St. Louis working some 9-to-5 job. But I get lucky enough to work at home in my underwear, and I get to, you know, make art for Disney because of the Disney college program. So I guess my answer to is it worth it? It is absolutely worth it. I highly recommend applying for the Disney college program if you can. It's just a lot of fun. But anyways, I know this was a longer video and I apologize for that. I try to keep my videos down under 4 minutes usually. Sometimes they get a little longer, up to about 5 minutes, but usually I keep them a lot shorter than this. So if you're a new subscriber, you don't expect videos like this all the time. I will see you guys on Friday and we will talk about Star Wars. Get excited. Hi, sorry guys, I know that I took a little hiatus from my videos at the end of Vita, and it was much needed because I just had a lot of work to catch up on, and now that I am sort of caught up, I can now focus on making videos again, so we're going to stick to the schedule of Monday and Friday, and we're going to see how that goes. I hope you continue watching my videos. I am hopefully going to be writing some sketches and doing some sketches with my roommates and some of my other friends occasionally. I really won't have any format to the show other than just like I'm gonna make videos that I want to make. Sometimes I'll answer questions, sometimes I'll have a sketch, sometimes I'll just talk about something that I care about. You know, it's really going to be a fun time, and I'm excited to get started on this fun journey of making 2 videos a week now. Okay, bye!